Hey, all you people.
Hey, all you people.
Hey, all you people.
Will you listen to me?
Are we green?
Welcome back to the
Wait. Don't tell him. Let's take a shot.
Okay, we'll tell him right after the shot.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
More
All
green
right.
for shots.
Can you pass me one of those? I want to read what this shot glass says. 89, you got to grab. Mine says, half drunk is a waste of money.
Fuck yeah.
Mine says Jägermeister.
Yo,
but
What does yours say, 89?
Mine says Madonna in.
Ooh.
fuck with that. Mine says 1 fluid ounce.
Oh, okay. All right. Cheers.
Knowledge is power.
Hell
Clink,
yeah,
clink,
dude.
clink, 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 clink.
Merry Christmas, New Year.
Oh, yeah. The first shot of absinthe down.
That was confusing because it says Jägermeister. It's like,
But it was not Jägermeister.
It was Bullet, baby.
that shit burns.
That bullet is like a bullet from a gun. It burns.
bullet in your brain.
You know that song?
Yes, big up Mandem.
Shout out to Skepta Man.
Shout out Mandem across the pond.
They celebrate Christmas the same way as us in the UK.
Wait,
We'll say Happy
where's
Christmas.
Boxing Day?
Oh, they say happy
Canada,
Christmas.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Boxing Day is 26th,
Yes.
and they get like they do set Christmas and Boxing Day, I think, so they get like an extra day of gifts.
Extra gift day.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
I get
so-
the ass whooping?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with boxing.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like
It's about-
UPS boxing,
I don't-
Amazon boxing.
I don't think there's much like actual punching of people in the face.
Yeah, it's about like boxes, I believe. And I think it's like for their postal service. But I could be completely wrong.
wait.
I'm out.
I forget the totality of this, but like, I know it involves like the help of homes or like in like old England, like the servants and whatnot. That would be their day to like chill. Like, hey, you don't gotta do servant shit.
Oh,
at all.
Boxing Day.
Yeah, and then like
Oh,
they
it's
come out of the
dope.
quarters like we can have a little
I hope
feast
we're
together.
so wrong.
So like Jeffrey from Fresh Prince, like while everyone's getting like hella like Uncle Phil's bought like fucking Carlton a new BMW, and Jeffrey's just like serving them all day, and the next day he's like, I guess I'll sit in my own little quarters and have my own little Christmas. That's
Aw.
fucking depressing, bro. Fuck Boxing Day.
Oh
yo.
yeah, let's go Boxing Day.
PostPartyCyph is anti-Boxing Day. All in agreement, say aye.
Is that Labor Day?
I'm not really sure what Boxing Day is. I'm not
Also,
gonna say that.
I got more presents on Boxing Day, so I'm grateful for that.
You got more presents on Boxing Day?
Yes. So since I couldn't see my mom and sister and dad for Christmas, or more so my mom and dad for Christmas, I spent it with my girl. And they came, my mom and sister actually came the day after. I know I say it weird. There's nothing I can do about it. I've tried.
You could have just said Imani.
I know sometimes, like there was one time I said her whole name. I'm like, I always do that because people have great names. And I'm like, I just doxed them though.
How was your first Christmas with your girl, bro? Was it nice?
With my girl?
With my
How'd it
best
go?
girl.
How'd it go?
Wow. We had a cheery up. No, it was cool. And I definitely missed my folks, even though we were
Yeah,
on
for
Zoom.
sure.
But then they organized a little surprise. Imani was like, we're going to go on a walk. We went downstairs. It was my mom and sister.
What?
Yeah.
That's fucking
crazy.
awesome, dude.
They were only
What
there
is-
for like 20 seconds, but like they dropped some stuff off.
Yeah, they were there for 20 seconds.
They
Like
can
30.
They couldn't stay for 30. I was about to say, damn, that's wild. Imagine my
Here, will you
mom.
take a shit? We're out.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
They
You're
just
like,
pick
you
you up.
10 more seconds.
They
That's
pulled
so
up
cool.
and
though.
they said a quick thing and they were like, it's so cold. We got to go.
That's so true. Was it Christmas here in Jersey? It was like fucking raining and windy as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
was
No, it was that way
wild.
too.
The first part, it calmed down.
It
though.
definitely calmed down on
Yeah.
Christmas Day, but on Christmas Eve, I remember like I had like these two. I was at my parents' house. There was like these two fucking like porch chairs we have that were just like flying the fuck off constantly. I was like, I'm not getting those goddamn porch chairs anymore.
You saw
But
it at
I'm
like
glad-
2 a.m.? Oh, thank you.
I'm glad they can say what's up, dude. That's so fucking cool.
That's
It was
cute,
nice.
dog.
How was your guys' Christmas? Is this?
It was cool.
Mine was chill. Yeah, I went to we did Christmas Eve at my mom's house. It was me, my parents, and my sister, and then like some of my sister's friends. And like it was mad chill. I got some fucking boots, yo. I got these Doc Martens,
They are
and
Docs,
I've
aren't
always
they?
wanted some Docs, right? Like, listen, I'm cool. I listened to hardcore music since I was 15 too, but I've never really wanted a pair of Doc Martens before. I was like, those shits look a little too like curb stompy.
I
You
feel
know what I'm
you.
saying? But like, I finally got a
Boot
pair,
stepping.
and I was like, okay, time to step out in my American History X
Yeah.
boots, and wow, they are uncomfortable. I
Really?
Well, for a
googled,
bit.
dude. I googled how long does it take to break in Dr. Martens, and it said 3 to 6 weeks. And I said, so I have to wear these boots for 2 months almost
You have to
before
endure pain.
before they're fucking. I guess a bunch of people got Dr. Martens for Christmas too, because I saw a bunch of people on Twitter being like, "Yo, these shits are bruising my heel, or mine's like right where like the tongue meets like the toe box, right there.
Toe
It just
box.
feels like it's just like
Spiking.
spiking the like right where my toes start.
I feel like
It's
everyone
rough.
got New Balances on top of
I
it.
got some New Balances
'Cause
too.
I got some
You got some too?
Everyone
Yeah.
got some.
Fuck yeah.
Sorry, as a quick side note, there was a point in time on one of the episodes where we said everyone's gonna have their R&B or soul album, and you two had one. I don't remember what they were, but that's gonna be mine.
What?
Where the toe meets the where the tongue meets the toe box. Yes, dude.
Whoa, that's crazy.
That sounds dirty, bro.
That's crazy as hell, dude. That's
Shoes are proper gift. They really are. 'Cause,
Nah,
like,
yeah.
it's like fresh.
Yeah, I think I said it on this podcast before, but I told my parents and my sister what the fuck was up. I was like, listen, every gift until I say so. Like my parents don't like get me shit that often, and neither my sister. But I was just like, whenever a gift option arises, shoes, sneakers, boots, it don't matter. Just give me some shoes. That way, I never have to buy myself shoes ever, bro. My dad was like, my dad got me a new pair of New Balances, and he was like, so you got like a nice amount of shoes now, right? Because my dad like got me some sneakers for my birthday too, and I was like, yeah, I probably got like 19 or 20 like pairs of sneakers now. My dad went, what the fuck? 19 pairs of sneakers. I was like, oh, Dad, that's not nothing. I was like, that's nothing, dude. It's 2 weeks worth of shoes. That's it.
Do you think at your home, like your idea home in the future, do you think you could see yourself having like walls of sneakers like you see people having like
Absolutely
that?
want a shoe room for
Shoe
sure.
room.
A
Fuck
shoe
yeah.
closet. All like the best like sneakerhead motherfuckers. Like when Complex goes to their house or some shit, like Lil Yachty or DJ Khaled, they're like, all right, here's my cool sneakers. Now let me take you downstairs to the back room where there's like 2 rooms full of shoes, and I'm like, yeah,
I
that's
think,
awesome.
wow.
Any person who prides themselves on their own like personal fashion style, their ideal future, somewhere in it is like a shoe closet.
No facts.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, any
It has to
collector.
be.
I mean, sneakerheads at one point they're like fashion people, but at the same time, I think like
even the
You're just-
bitches, it's
you're-
Carrie Bradshaw assholes, dog.
you're
You know what I
just you're just collecting shit at that point, right?
Yeah.
So like, there's people who like have like Lego showcase rooms if they love Lego and that's what they do. Think about people who love
Shout out Big
puzzles
Body Ant.
and they
Yeah.
frame their puzzles all over their house and shit. You know what I
I
mean?
was gonna say, in your ideal future homes as well, what would you guys have? What would you have as your main like room, like the room you gotta have? You know,
Oh, like the cool room?
My home studio would be like my creative studio is
yeah.
like the room.
I thought of one initially that wasn't home studio, but I think the right answer for almost everybody in this room is probably home studio or like home work office workspace. That's perfect.
Home theater.
I feel
Theater,
like
bro.
that has to be
dude.
removed because that's a given our field.
I was
That's
gonna
what we're
say
doing right now.
what Reed said exactly. The first one I thought of before Cam said studio was movie theater,
Hell
because I just remember watching MTV Cribs growing up, and they'd be like, "So this is my fridge," and there's like hella bottles of Cristal, and they'd be like, "This is my bedroom. This is where the magic happened." And then they go downstairs and they'll be like, "And this is the movie theater." And every single time I had the same reaction. I'd be like, this motherfucker got a movie theater in his room too, bro. Like, or in his house too. Like, how does all these famous people have? What really, realistically, I guess now is just like a projector and a bunch of lazy boys.
Yeah,
in
no.
their
Yeah,
room.
but back then
Yeah.
it was not as easy to get in a projector. Like
True.
They weren't things weren't as accessible too. Like you'd have to go to the store, but also stuff like that. Like it wasn't as digital. They'd be like a lot of film projectors.
Yeah,
So
no.
that was a real deal.
Oh yeah,
I
true.
remember 50 Cent on his episode of Crips. He was talking about how like, yo, I got this whole database. I got all the movies. I was like, damn, how did he have all the
Oh,
movies?
my boy just had Netflix.
Like, I was like, how does he have all the movies?
He just
And
had
I'm
a
like,
streaming
get the fuck
service,
out here,
bro.
1, 2, 3, fucking movie nigga.
That's mad funny.
I think I would have it like how
solar movies.
there was actually a guy one time outside the bar that was like just like a nice family, and the guy came at the end. We were talking about movies, like, hey, you know, you gotta see these movies. Go to 123movies.com. It's like, oh, I looked it up, like, oh fuck, I almost got like 12 viruses. Go
Listen,
back to
bro.
quarantine.
Careful, bro.
I'm gonna be real with you. I've also been through many computers and shit, but I don't give a fuck, bro. If I could watch my movie early, I'm watching that shit illegally on the internet. I don't care. Like sometimes I will fucking
It's illegal now.
I'll
bro.
go to I'll go to like pirate some shit like on like the deep on like the Pirate Bay or some shit.
This some DJ Vlad level shit.
But
you straight snitching on yourself.
yeah, I'm snitching on myself. I don't give a fuck, bro. Try me.
Let's
but,
go.
But every now and then I'm just like, yo, I'm kind of lazy. I just feel like streaming this. Like when I watched X-Men Dark Phoenix for the first time, I remember checking like 1, 2, 3 movies or solar movies or whatever every day. And every day was just like some whack ass bootleg with like the Korean subtitles. And I was like, no, not yet. Not yet. So I feel you, bro.
like this.
I'll have that whole database of illegal pirated shit too.
I think I would have it like how people got they have like their living room, but then like a home theater, like, and not like in like a more traditional sense, not conditional. Words, none loading. I was like, just stand up and start. No, not yet. You still got another 37 years before that one. I think. Not so certain.
Guys, is Reed the Terminator? What the fuck did
So
you just
going
tell
back
us
to the
just
house
now?
thing, I don't know what Reed.
Hell yeah.
Wild. What a tangent.
Like how you'll go somewhere, like your parents would have like a room with just couches, but then a room that has the TV and stuff. I would have a
Feel you.
room that has kind of like my living room like it is now, except instead of having a projector, maybe just a normal TV and decent surround. But then I'd have a room that's like, if it's the movie room, it's not gonna be like a movie room where there's like, oh, and there's a popcorn thing in the back, and like we got
some
some cute shit.
posters up.
Yeah, I mean, it might a little, but also there's not gonna be any like walking in like, what's up? It's like, this is the theater room. You come in here, it's like dark, and that's what it's all about. Like we might shoot the shit, but like if it's unanimous decision.
Reed was like, if you guys want to fucking laugh at this movie, go to the living room. He said, in here, we're gonna watch Click, and we're gonna watch it in silence. You're like, okay, Reed.
We'll be watching Click, a delightful romp.
A delightful romp until the end.
No tears, no laughs.
I always wanted like the restaurant grade kitchens, but like in your house.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
That would be fun as fuck because you can just fuck around. And do
Yeah, my
whatever you want.
parents are fucking knocking down a wall in my living room, in my parents' house's living room. Like they're knocking down a wall in between the living room and the kitchen, and they're gonna make like some big ass kitchen. And I was like,
that's ill.
Nice.
that is crazy, bro.
I like indoor basketball courts.
Ooh, indoor basketball courts are like the backyard
special,
basketball
yeah.
courts are pretty dope, but just being able to like walk in your
ball
like,
in the rain.
It's like, just give me the basement.
they always have
I
like
want
the
the
glass.
serious basement.
They always have like the glass door into the with like some logo.
Oh yeah. They want you to feel like you're in their personal fitness center.
Yeah, you gotta walk. It's like you're walking into an actual gym, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Now, when we vacationed that place in fucking in LA that one time, that was the biggest house I've ever been in my motherfucking life. It was definitely a mansion, but like they had a tennis court and a basketball court, and like it was both, but all you had to do to make it a basketball court was like take the net down. And I just remember like waking up one morning, just like shooting around with Casey and just being like, damn, yo, like if you lived here, like this would be your basketball court. You know what I mean? Like I'm on vacation here. So this is the basketball court that I'm gonna use for 7 days really quick and then leave. But if you woke up here for, like as a child, be like, I'm gonna go have a full court one-on-one with brother really quick. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking wild,
I'd be even more of a homebody because like I don't even have to leave my property to get like a full day's experience.
Dude, sometimes whenever they make fun of Tom Cruise, they'll be like, "Oh, obviously Tom Cruise has a lot of weird shit going on," but they'll be like, "Oh, he doesn't like leave his house, like he just stays home all day or whatever." I'm just like, I'm sure he's got like
A lot of shit to occupy. his
everything there though, you know? Like
yeah, no,
Drake's house, they call it like the embassy or something. It's like I'm sure Drake's got everything in the embassy. I wouldn't leave either. You know what I'm saying?
That's why the home studio is the most important, so I don't have to leave really ever.
You know, you make the music there, you drop the music, you make a bunch of money, you stay at home, you record again.
Yeah, art. Like I love having the like art and like music studio combined. Like that shit's just so fun.
Feel
You're
that.
gonna allow Griswold to come through, or is that a no go on the Grizz?
What do you mean? Like
I don't think
to here or to my studio?
to your home
To
studio.
to your home studio, like the. Like,
I mean, if I gotta record what's hot, that's what I gotta do. You
Sacrifice.
Yo, that was actually mad funny, dude. I gotta record what's hot, bro.
bro, I want the hot shit.
Yeah,
You want
Griswold.
hot shit? You go to Grizz.
Yeah, I'm so glad I haven't seen Griswold lately.
I guess we should
Fuck that
do
guy,
some
bro.
shit with him.
Griswold,
Grizz?
Griswold's coming on as a guest. In,
No. We don't need him on the podcast. We'll get him in like
dude, could you
220
imagine
episodes.
an hour and 30 minutes of Griswold, dude? Oh my fucking god, because I could imagine it.
No.
So you guys ready for the new year?
No, we can stay in 2020.
You want to stay in 2020?
It's interesting.
You know this is hell, right?
There's been some debate. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I don't watch TV much, but when I was at Imani's, we were watching a lot of Hulu, And what's it? We're just hanging out watching the tube.
Watching Hulu.
With my girl.
With your gal.
we did the Charleston for hours till we had to drop on the floor.
Me and my girl were watching some Hulu.
Yeah. Do you want to get a soda pop and a milkshake, perhaps?
I bet you weren't even watching any programs. You're just flipping through.
Oh, yeah. We're just watching the
literally
Hulu screen.
Staring
that
at
mouse.
Hulu.
Yeah, and actually, I gotta say, like, because there's a specific ad I was gonna bring up, but like before that, there's another ad. Like, you ever see those ads for stuff like, oh, Zyrtec is blah 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 blah, and it'll show.
It'll give you like diarrhea and
Yeah, like a distant shot of like a party, but then it'll cut into someone at the party, like they're still having a good time.
Right.
So there's this commercial that was just the distant shot of the party for about a second and a half, and like some slight like ADR of party sounds. And they're like, and it cuts to this hard wall of text for about another minute and a half that says all the normal stuff you would say, but it's just like, and still some party sounds. We're like, what the? How did this get cleared for a commercial?
I feel like those commercials are super, super, super weird. And like, I mean,
Like
I feel
4
like,
a.m. kind of a commercial.
yeah, I feel like,
That's why I loved Adult Swim's. What was it, like 30 hours unedited bear footage?
oh, unedited
and
bear,
it,
yeah.
and it dropped into the fake algae commercial that just went
That
nuts.
shit was fucking weird, bro. That shit was definitely weird.
But there's a commercial for Match.com that had the devil in 2020
Oh, in
as a match.
2020?
Yeah,
That
I was
shit
like,
was
I
so
get it.
good. That was great, dude.
Super Bowl commercial.
Honestly, it was like Super Bowl level type
It felt like
commercial.
it,
It's
yeah.
a good looking commercial for sure. It's mad funny.
You think what's the one car dealership where that one guy works at, where the money resides?
For the money,
that's-
What is
Is
that
that Nissan
Yeah,
or
he
Honda?
was Honda. He was
It's Honda. They
Yeah.
gotta use him for that
Okay.
commercial,
We're
man.
gonna talk about that guy in Black
Where the
News
money
Weekly later.
reside? Where the money reside?
All right, so we got to talk about it, guys. It's about to be the end of the year.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
We're just
it
saying
was a rough one.
Say the
Before
least,
we talk
bro.
about the new year, which I brought up before, but we got to talk about the one we're fucking getting out of first.
Yeah.
Let's try our best for the next little bit. Let's try and talk about January 2020 to December 2020 really quick.
Well, January was wild because there was New Year's. You know, you had a couple days. Me personally, in the beginning, it's
Looked
like,
hopeful.
yeah.
Looked hopeful.
I was going
like-
to say, didn't it feel
No,
like
yeah.
it felt like the start of
2020
something?
was
just,
gonna be everyone's year.
It was the year.
Just chilling, doing some shit. Remember we got all you can eat sushi? I built this little cabin. I was like, life's going okay. And then I woke up on January 3rd, and I think we bombed Iran, right? Well, that happened like immediately.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot about that.
Or we did an
Because
assassination, some shit.
We
And it was
turned. We
like-
turned up. We American a little bit.
Oh, we killed the general, but right? Then we didn't.
Dude,
There's a point with that, and the Australia fires were the big things.
I
of the
remember
year.
caring about that when it happened, but it's been a while, guys. I'm sorry.
That has been a while.
No, but
Well,
that's the
you
thing.
said
In
January.
comparison, you don't even remember it.
Yeah,
Like,
bro,
'cause-
it's been a jam-packed year for sure.
Yeah, how can you remember that? Like, even the fires were this year, Australia.
There's that Netflix documentary that's out now, the 2021 or whatever.
Oh yeah, the Charles Booker one. Yeah.
Me and Jerry are making the jokes. They're like, man, 2020 is not even done yet. How are you making the documentary?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I just remember just thinking like, wow, you know, we're gonna start this decade off like there's something about like I had it in my head. I'm like, wow, 2010, bro. I was 15. You know what I mean? Like, wow, I was young, bro. It's a new decade. I'm a grown ass man now. Like, we're gonna make some changes. And then like around February, like, you know, we kept hearing things about Wuhan. We were like, I remember having conversations with you at work, being like, yeah, bro, they shut down a city of 11 million people. Isn't that kind of ridiculous? Like, could you imagine? I remember saying, yo, there's 11 million people in that city. There's 8 million people in New York. Imagine if you shut down New York City. Wouldn't that look crazy?
Bruh.
1 month later, bro.
Literally in 1 month.
1 month later. I remember I cut all my motherfucking hair off.
remember working
I had the giant weekend hair and I cut the
Everyone
shit
cut
off.
their hair off.
Yeah, good fucking
Bro.
point. Everyone cut their hair off and their significant other off. I was like,
I used to be a family man.
Family man.
I was like, yo, all right, like, here we go. You know, this shit's might get a little real. We're talking about it at work. I was like, are we still going to have St. Patrick's Day?
Oh, dude.
Of course, man. Yeah, we have to.
No,
I remember
no
I came
St.
home from
Patty's
like
Day, dude.
I came home from I put my dog down and like after it happened, like I was like,
That's sad as fuck, too.
Yo.
man.
yo, that was
Jesus
brutal.
Christ,
And
that's
forgive me
awful.
for repeating this, but I think I already said it on the pod before. But I don't think I did. I might have said it to you, but like I remember coming home from that. That was the first day of March. Woke up and my mom was like, we gotta do it. So I pulled up and we got our memories, but like when I got back to Rahway, the shock wore off of being like, it is what it is. We had some good times. And I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at my phone on the way to the bank like, hey, but I got some good shifts coming up, St. Patty's. And then like that whole week I was bumming it. I didn't want to do shit. And the next week I'm like, I gotta pick up life. Gotta get to it. And I was at work like, I'm feeling good again. Huh. Tom's got it too, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom Hanks. Not so good. And then like 3 days later, shut
Dude,
down.
it's got to be rough to be Tom Hanks like in the storybooks of history, because he's gonna go down as like the first famous person to be like, yeah, I got that shit. That shit we were all talking about, I got it, and it sucks. And like he was the first one that made us go, wait a second, Tom Hanks has it? I mean, he's in Australia, so we're good. But wait, if Tom Hanks could get it, if Forrest Gump could get it, maybe I could
Did
get
he
it.
not run?
And then it came out, right? And then it came out. It was just like, yo, only old people could get coronavirus, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Only old people get it. So we're good. Remember that? We're good.
Well,
we can
only
sit
they
at
could-
home. And,
Only they could die from it.
right. Only,
Who cares if we get it?
We get it, but we
That
don't
was
even have to
the thought.
cough, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's lit. So we can sit home and watch Tiger King all day. You know what I mean?
Oh, that nice transition.
So that's what we could do all day.
Nice.
And then it was just like, what was the first one that really shut down? Italy?
yeah.
Yeah.
Italy was the first one that made us go, well, China, Wuhan, obviously.
Yeah.
But then Italy was like, yo, this is getting a little spooky.
Yeah, no, as
looking.
soon as Europe really started locking down, and then as soon as like sports leagues started shutting down in America, that's when it was really like, oh snap, like we're really gonna be going through this shit.
How did you guys, after we shut down, how did you guys start spending the beginning of your quarantine? When it was like not that soft ass quarantine we got going now, that shit where we were like, don't leave your house.
No, yeah.
What was that like?
A few days in, I don't know, I was just kind of vegging for a bit, but a few days in, I immediately started doing what you would inspire me to do just from the normal course of the year, not even quarantine. I started working on the Twitch shit. Like, I started.
Oh yeah,
doing-
we were streaming for a while
Started
there.
zoning a lot.
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah.
Warzone was that shit, bro.
Warzone had just come out. It came out like what, a couple weeks before, or maybe a month before.
Maybe a little bit right before. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Luckily, that shit came out at that time.
That shit
God, yeah.
ate up a lot of our time, dude,
Yep.
for sure. I mean, I bought a fucking computer. I was just like, fuck it. The government's giving us some money. Cool. Let's use it on video games.
I got some equipment too, like
Yeah.
just stuff that like well, we gotta stimulate the economy, might as well do it right, and like made use of it. But man, I was saying to
About stimulating that economy. I wish I could stimulate the economy. I'm trying to stimulate the economy.
yeah, but how can
I mean,
can't.
did you guys what did you guys do with that 1,200?
the 12?
I stimulated the economy.
I still never got it. But what did you guys do with it?
I stimulated the economy.
I spent it on bullshit.
I think I
What kind of bullshit did you spend it on, 89?
I bought a roasting box.
Oh yeah, I mean that's not bullshit though.
Yeah, I'm having
it's useful
Yo,
bullshit.
you and I went down, and you and I got sushi every single day for like 3 months, dude.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Oh, well, also I treated myself, obviously.
We treat ourselves a lot.
Yeah, we did a lot of
Dude.
treat ourselves. And I got a shawarma machine.
I remember there was a time that we were down
That's
there.
right.
We did like when they started to do the outdoor downtown. We would go a lot, just get some sunlight, and we got some. I forgot what it was. Where it was like, oh, and I got just enough money for some ice cream after going to travel, and everyone laughed. He started to walk toward my apartment here, and I was like, oh, I was very serious about the ice cream. Like I think I put down toward Rawe Sushi and Rawe Creamery. Who even knows how much this summer of
We were eating
Trump's
we were
money.
eating
Ice
shit
cream.
and processed foods like kings during that was like the second part of quarantine though.
I felt
Oh, no, yeah, that's
like
a
where,
jump.
where
That's a
things
jump.
open back up. We gotta go back to when we were still sitting in the motherfucking house though. Well, but I guess we answered that. We were just streaming.
But that was long though.
music.
Like I look back to some of the
That
Twitch
was
times.
March to like when did things start opening back up? Like June or July?
June. But we were
Fuck, I
the thing is
remember.
we didn't do shit in June. It was mid-June that shit opened up, but like we were streaming a lot from like April, like the end of March, April and May, and then the protests started happening in very late May, and that was we just stopped streaming around that time too. But we were streaming steadily in those months. And I think that was it for a while. Like there was stuff going on, but there was a lot of watching Netflix,
Hell
having to
yeah.
adjust to staying indoors. Westworld.
I watched.
Westworld was
Oh,
this
Westworld
fucking-
was this year. That's fucking
yeah.
crazy. That's wild. I remember I watched so much random shit, bro. Like I was like fresh out of a long relationship and shit. So I was like, all right. Like everyone's advice to me was distract yourself. And I was like, I can't leave my fucking house. They're like, you just got to go out and get busy. I'm like, I've done everything in my house 15 times. I don't know what the fuck else I'm supposed to do. So I watched all of Deadwood, which was
Oh
like,
my god, that's right.
that was this year. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, wow, bro. I was cowboyed up for a while there. Westworld fucking came out, which was awesome.
cowboyed up.
Still cowboyed up.
Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, Marshawn Lynch was in that shit. Yeah, that's
That's-
true. Fucking and,
yeah.
I like
Proud of
season
you.
3.
Season 3 of Westworld was awesome.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
it sure
trash
dope.
talk about it, and I remember even saying
I
to
love how Future Eater was.
yeah, I think I was
love
talking
that
to
shit.
Cam about it, where I was like, I gotta be honest.
And Kid Cudi.
As much as I'm
Yeah.
as much as I'm enjoying it, it feels like it's kind of dragging a little bit. I thought there would be more towards something, but I think it was you was like, oh, but they just got signed for like 3 more seasons. Oh yeah, they're milking it. Fuck it.
Oh,
run
yeah.
it.
There- I feel like
Yeah.
Westworld was definitely just like, we'll give you guys like a setup season. I don't think the next 3 are going to be that way, but they were just like, some seasons you got to
They
set
were
some shit
working
up.
out the extension. They were doing like what any pro does when they're working on extension. You show off your skill real quick, but you don't give them all because you're not going to give them all until you see that big money. Once
Big
you see that
money.
big money, you start to give them all. That's what they
Dude,
did. They played
talking
smart.
about big money. How many of
That's
those
sports
fucking
101.
how many movies got shut off or shelved or delayed this year that we were supposed to have
Not
gotten
Tenet.
this year?
Oh hell yeah.
Not Tenet for sure.
Tenet was the only one.
But Tenet was a fucking flop because it decided to.
Nah,
Christopher Nolan
Tenet's
was so
winning everything
fucking.
for
Sonic the
2020.
Hedgehog.
What can-
Sonic the Hedgehog, though.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog
Wait, was
came
that
out.
2020?
Yeah,
Shit.
that was January, and so was Bad Boys for Life. So
man.
I think Gemini Man was also this. No, that was December of last year. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
Dude, I'm so excited to just go to a movie theater with you guys and watch Fast and the Furious, like the new one.
That's what you want to go see?
You know, believe it or not, it is. Because I remember seeing that trailer here in January where he does that fucking I can still feel it. And he's just flew
yeah.
around. I was like,
That shit was crazy.
I
Yeah.
was like, I'll just go see that passively.
I just want to go see anything in theaters. Like I watched Wonder Woman 84 with 89 the other day, and it was cool and all, and I enjoyed it. And but again, I brought it up before on the podcast. Reed, you know exactly how gullible I am in theaters.
Hell yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, for sure. I would
it.
love to have been in a theater to watch that cheesy ass shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like the same way where they're like, "Oh, Black Widow's coming out soon." I'm just like, "Damn, man, I want to see that in a movie theater too."
They're doing Black Widow on Disney Plus.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I
Oh,
know it's
okay.
good. I think that's still going to come out in theaters. But I'm saying, I don't know if I'm still comfortable going to a movie theater right now.
No.
That was one of the things that really hurt this year. For me, as things kept closing, it was just and now, not only can you not see the movies, we don't know when they're coming out.
We don't know if they're gonna come out.
Right. Batman got moved to 2022. All the
did?
Marvel movies, yeah, because Dune took its spot now.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense.
Dune.
Well, that's a matter of time. Remember when it got announced that Dune was on the same date? They're and they're both Warner Brothers, so something's moving.
Yeah, for sure.
It has to.
Warner Brothers came out with, just as a sidebar, Warner Brothers came out with a statement the other day and was just movie theaters are definitely still going to be alive in 2023. And I went, what? Why are you guys talking about this like that? I was like, that sounds very negative and defeatist. We'll still be around in 2023. I'm like, well, yeah, I didn't expect you guys to go anywhere. What the fuck? What are you guys talking about? I hope you don't fucking die.
It is a realistic output though, because there's been a lot this year that made me feel like you said. I remember in February being like, the fucking the lab where the shit escaped from. It looked like the Raccoon City or the Umbrella Corporation logo.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy, dude. Haha, that's crazy happening over there in Wuhan, China, and now it's everywhere. So a lot of that wouldn't happen has happened. So,
yeah,
I
told Cam today that there was 4 cases in 100,000 of the new strain of coronavirus or some shit. I might have gotten those numbers a little whacked off, but
whacked. We get that one again.
It's given 4 people psychosis, and somebody quote tweeted it, and they were just "Here's a little sneak peek of 2021," and I was just "Oh no, psycho coronavirus!" Dude, zombies,
exactly,
motherfucker!
that's how it
Zombies are coming, dude.
You said psycho coronavirus and immediately thought of what was it? 28 days later when that was interesting because up to a point in zombies and movies were very walking like that.
Yeah,
But
they're spooky guys.
Dawn of the Dead 2004, which is Zack Snyder, and that 28 days later started the whole trend of zombies being quick and scary, which is interesting.
Spook horrors.
Because now that's a norm for
That's the
us.
normal,
But
I'll be LeBron James.
that's
that's not cool.
I mean, we got LeBron James. He won.
That would be
He won the
scary.
bubble this year. The Lakers won a title in 2020.
Yo, man.
Are we
That's
still-
cool.
Are we still on the
R.I.P.
highlights?
Kobe.
What?
That happened
Are we
this
still on
year.
the highlights?
That's a highlight, right?
holy fuck. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much all highlights and lowlights put together,
Yeah.
right?
the interesting highlights are the stuff that happened before quarantine too. I mean, you said it. Fucking Kobe was this year.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking low motherfucking light. That happened in
and Pop
January. and Pop Smoke,
I was
bro.
at work.
Like,
working
can't
the party.
believe
Yeah, dude.
that happened.
One of the security guards.
Was John Witherspoon this year or last year?
That might have been.
Fucking John Witherspoon and Debo, bro. R.I.P. Tiny Lister. Yo, it's been a crazy year, bro. I feel like there hasn't been like a month that's gone by this year without it just like punching like the public in the face. Like every month there's just like, and this person like has cancer. You're like, and this person is dead.
Dude.
Also, the fires burnt down a state.
Bro.
And you're like, oh, okay, that's cool, bro. It's
I
mad
remember
dope.
like I was chilling at Imani's for like sometime in I think it was early September, and right before I went to sleep was like, I'm just gonna throw an alarm on my phone, make sure it's on, and the last thing for the day I see is fucking Chadwick Boseman dying.
Chadwick Boseman,
That was,
bro.
and that's a jump, but you saying
Yeah, I hear
cancer
you.
reminded me like fuck.
It was constant. This year was constantly punching us motherfuckers in the face, all the way down to like we start opening. Everyone knows we work at a bar and shit. We open back up. Okay, maybe we're making a little bit of money again, regardless of how unsafe it is. Like still, like we got to make a living or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
especially when the government's not paying us, man.
And then they're like, "Nah, we're gonna close that shit back down to 10 p.m." Which is like good for safety reasons, but it's just like, damn, now we're not making no money again, dude.
Bro.
Like, dude, this year just does not stop. 89, you've been fucking out of work all year at zero space.
Yeah, since February, late February.
Yep.
March.
This shit's rough, bro. Which leads me to the next point, which is like, do we set high expectations or resolutions for 2021? Or do we just go in there ready to go and to face anything? Because think about all the expectations we had coming into January 2020. And it's almost as if this year made it a point to tell us, you better keep your expectations low. Or not low, but you better temper your expectations.
Right, it's
in
less
a way.
exactly. It's less
You know what I
about
mean?
keeping them low and more about like do what you be ready for like a great life, but like also you just gotta be ready for anything.
Yeah, bro, be on your fucking toes.
Yeah, because I mean I remember we had psyched moves we were talking about, and like literally the week before, like less than 1 week before lockdown, we're just shooting the shit, talking about future plans for psyched, and like it was like, oh yeah, and we're doing it, and then just like that, it had to drop.
It stopped.
You
Stuff
know.
like stopped.
Everything got pushed to the side.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, we started having. I mean, we did a 220 Billy episode, like distanced away from each other. We shot one at our house, and then we shot one at Psych Satellite, or here rather. Like, it was like, I don't know, it was weird. We were playing like, I remember it was super fun, don't get me wrong, but it was like interesting content for us. We did that Risk stream where we all played Risk at like all of our different like rooms or whatever, and it was just like, damn, bro, if like not for quarantine, we would just be making like some regular content. We would just like all be together, just like filming something or like doing something. But now like this is we're kind of taking like a left, dealing with whatever cards were being dealt here. We're like, I guess we'll do like Twitch content, you know what I mean? Because like none
it
of us
was
were
very
really
close to
streamers,
being-
but we were just working with what we had to do.
I liked it a lot too because it kept me engaged socially. Like not just me, but like people would pop in like, "Hey, other person in the chat, what's up?" and just chilling. And it felt like a way to stay in line with like our group of people. Because here in like Rahway, we spend a lot of time with artist folk, so it's a lot of community already. Like we'll go to events or shows and people are just hanging out, and that happened a lot with our streams because we would do one and be like, "Oh, going on to the next person," and then
No, I was just talking to somebody about that yesterday, where I was just like, the streaming was really cool in the beginning of the year because like it helped you stay feeling like you were like still touching people in a way, because like bro, like we made music and you didn't drop much this year, but like I dropped a lot of music this year, but like there's something about like not being able to like go out and perform it or something that really makes you feel like it's not really touching people the way that you know that it can, you know what I mean? Because you're not out like live performing or whatever. Like
Not even like live performing. I think sometimes there's certain atmospheres where like you could put music out now and the perception could get very skewed, like through tweets or Reddit posts. But it's undeniable when you're at like when that performing that shit at a concert or when a DJ is at a club.
It's like the tone getting lost
you
and
can,
like
literally see the reactions and shit.
I feel that. I just want 2021. I made a tweet yesterday that was like, I hope 2021 is the least boring year ever. And right as I sent tweet, I was like, maybe that's not what I meant. I was like, 2020 was
this not
pretty
exciting?
not boring in the worst
yeah.
way. You know what I mean?
I don't think I'm making any like actual like expectations that I'm going by.
Resolutions.
Yeah, no resolution in that way, but definitely for next year, and starting now, I'm trying to be like more, like not completely scheduled, just more on task and like at least using stuff on a timely basis.
That's coming from a very organized person right now, so I fuck with that. Bro.
Because 2020, I feel like fuck that shit up completely.
Definitely.
Whatever schedule or whatever plans you had,
I feel like
fuck that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You eventually just lost the schedule for a while, so I feel like it's very important, no matter what, not even having like you obviously have goals and expectations at some level, but like instead of going crazy on that, just being more like making sure you're scheduled or making sure you're doing stuff on a timely basis, or just like, you know, making sure you have your shit in a row.
Nah, I feel you, bro.
2020 was a very Christmas Carol year for that kind of thing. Like, there's a lot of stuff. I was just talking to my mom about it, where I was like, oh, quarantine hit. It's like, man, I had so much that was going well beforehand. And it was, but it was also stuff that was like, man, having had to sit into quarantine and look back at some stuff, it's like, wow, there's a lot that was so out of whack. So going into the new year, it's like, yeah, it's going to be good to get re-engaged, but also with a fresh mind of being like, okay, you really got stripped of all that you do normally, and you have to really focus on what do you value the most. And it's like, all right, get to it.
Yeah,
You know,
and that's why I like it too, because that's a good point. Because even if, like, let's just, you know, hypothetically, worst case scenario, shit hits the fan again, as long as you're like, you know, as long as you know you're on top of your shit and you have your shit in a row, and you're like looking at like, all right, I still have to do this on this day, get these done on this day. On this day, like I should prioritize for these and stuff like that. And it you know, it doesn't have to be like straight up like job stuff or like errands. Like it could still be like personal stuff. Like,
yeah, totally.
Like on this day, I gotta make sure. Like for me, like one thing I'm trying to know is like I gotta make sure like I draw more for myself. Just like a fun drawing, because I haven't painted in a while or drew in a while.
Totally.
I've been doing a lot of music and stuff, but it's like I love being like doing all arts.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I was like, you know, one thing I should just write down for scheduling, like, yo, go draw something, you know, stuff like that. Just like
it's like you've experienced this year and you're like, I refuse to let that shit happen again.
Exactly. It's like, so even if the shit hits the fan and like I have so much free time now, which is just great, because now it's just like you still know what I have to do.
Totally.
And it's like if I get all that shit done and I still have like a bunch of free time, I mean, well, that's because shit hit the fan.
I'd
but
still
like,
hear that.
You know,
yeah.
at least you got shit done.
I want to fucking collaborate more in 2021.
Oh yeah, definitely that too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like 2020.
It made
like,
everyone not.
It made everybody so isolated, you know what I mean, in a way that it makes you reflect on being like, damn, I wish I was around people. I wish I could do the things that I'm doing. Like, you know, everyone got in, or if you, I hope that people got in their productive spells and stuff, and you were like, wow, I'm enjoying working.
Shout out Brain Orchestra.
Yeah, shout out Brain, so
productive.
dude,
And
Shaggy's,
Cartel.
and Cartel,
both
absolutely, bro.
And
like,
Fees, everyone. Those are three people I've seen be.
Bro,
really
I dropped like 5 EPs this year,
yo,
bro.
You too,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. You dropped a lot of music.
Yeah, I mean, niggas been busy. You know what I mean? And I just want like, there was a feeling where, okay, so at the top of the year, I had this idea where I was just like, and I told you guys about it. I was like, I'm just gonna make shit and drop shit and not care about it. It started with Shotokan, like the EP. I was just like, I'm just gonna come out with this. I'm not even gonna fucking think about it. I'm just gonna go on to the next thing. I'm not. There was a YouTuber I watched. I forget his fucking name, like Nathan Zed or some shit like that, I think. He was like, my thing for this year is when I drop. He's a really popular YouTuber too. He was like, when I drop a video, I'm not gonna look at the views for that video until I'm uploaded my next video. So it's like I'm not even thinking about that last thing until I've already moved forward, right? So that was my thing this year. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna remember what makes me like making shit. That's why I make shit. I don't make shit to care about plays or views or any of that shit. That's not the point, right? So okay, I feel like I did a really good job about that with doing that. Now quarantine helped me realize I was just like, damn, but you do all that shit alone though, bro. And like you totally don't need to do that alone. Like how many we have like the coolest, I feel like we got like the coolest friends in the motherfucking world.
Hell yeah.
Like
dude.
some of the people we know are like extraordinary people. Like out of this world, like damn,
especially living in the homes we do, like, you know, just talking about like these greats of the scene, like of the state. They're just passing in and out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, dude, and these are people that we've known for fucking like near a decade. So it's not nothing to you to be like, yo, I got something going on. Like, you want to do something? That's been so out of my wheel. This isn't a personal thing. Like, that's so out of my wheelhouse. Like, sometimes something will feel undone, but I'll go the extra mile to figure out how to make it quote unquote done.
Oh, yeah.
When maybe making it done is passing it off to somebody else and like seeing
that's
what
what's
they can do with it too. Like,
That's what's
you know?
beautiful about being on set too that I really missed. We're about to do a lot more stuff. My boy Mike from ProLove, he was about like he came out one time in January. He's like, I'm about to just come out here all the time because it's so easy to come out. And then he couldn't. One time he was sick, and then all of a sudden quarantine. But the plan was to start doing a lot more stuff. We were talking about it recently, and I loved it about working with them. I mean, you remember on Wicked, I've mentioned before, when I was working with them, it was awesome not having to worry about anything for set, just for direction. I was like, cool, because they're fine on camera. So when you work with people that are not only like studied into their craft, but like also just love working with you and having a good time, you're just chilling and like everyone's doing the thing. And especially when you're working a lot together, it's less of a discussion at a point. It's more just, I know how this person works, you know?
Man, I
know
just
how to
missed
work with
the
them.
motherfucking studio vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like I create great vibes on my own in my room when it's late and I'm making something and I'm like, oh cool, I'm really in the mood or whatever. I'm just like, you know what will make this better? Like 4 of my homies in here, like also in this vibe, like how it used to be like when we first started making music and stuff. But like it just makes sense like as you get older and like you know you don't isolate. This year forced us to isolate, but it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, I know how to do everything myself. I can just do everything myself. You know what I mean? Instead of just being like, I know where I can go to. Like Kanye West is like one of the best like delegators in the world. He is be like, I know people who can like, I can hit up like the homies to help make a great piece of something,
Yeah.
right? Instead of just like, oh, I know how to do everything, because that's like so lame almost.
And
You
it
know
just
what I mean?
increases the value of like staying in touch with the like.
Yeah,
like,
true,
a group.
exactly.
Like we came upstairs one time, like we were about to do the podcast, and it was like Fees, Dradoso, and like a bunch of other people. Like, oh, like the same you were talking about,
Yeah.
like just doing stuff. It wasn't even necessarily like, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. People were just in here, just in the space of creation. You know, that goes a long way for stimulating.
Yeah, we got to vibe more in 2021.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That should be, that honestly,
More vibes.
There's an expectation. There's a goal for 2021 everyone should have.
Yeah,
What is it?
more vibes, bro.
More vibes,
Is that
bro.
the name of the episode?
More
2021
vibes.
More episode?
More vibes 2021, dude.
Word.
More vibes 2021
Yeah.
colon
Goodbye.
in the tongue of the toe box.
89. What do you want for 2021, dude?
It's more. I gotta be more organized, and I'm kind of working toward that right now.
I realize we all want more.
Like I'm kind of just not even like just wanting. It's more like just me wanting more of myself.
I feel that.
You're taking a little trip soon,
just,
right?
Just what's up?
You're taking a little trip soon.
Yeah, I might have to be relocating to Ohio for a little bit. But even regarding like with that, I just want to have everything just organized. Like I think I've relied on my reputation and as more than like me putting forth like a real effort.
Relatable, and you've got more of a reputation than me, so shit.
So now it's like one of those things where because I think I don't do the press releases. I don't put the promotion and marketing as much as many others, my peers, or even outside of those. So now it's like, all right, cool. Like let me get the mailing list together. Let me get the press release written up. Let me really like start working on EPK. Let me reach out to people who have like expressed like real interest in that and they know about what the fuck I'm doing.
Turn the
And then,
professional on even a little bit more, pretty much. Yeah, I definitely
shoot,
feel that.
And I think that was kind of the energy going into this year until we got derailed. But I think right now I don't think anyone can really like let the situation that we're in right now like take us off what was our intentions going into this year. Because I think us going into 2019 or going into 2020, like out of 2019, we really had like, oh yeah, we're gonna do something 2020.
Bro, this was gonna be the best year fucking ever,
So-
bro.
so I
And
think
then it
right
was
now-
just
It's gonna be
not.
everyone's year.
2020
you gotta
was the
have way
what?
more. You gotta have like
It was like,
you gotta
nah.
be way more driven, even more so now because like you gotta come up out of this shit as opposed to
Hell yeah,
like,
dude.
you kind of just walking into 2020 like feeling good after 2019. It's like nah, you're climbing out of the shit.
We were saying beforehand how there's a lot of debate as to whether or not the end of the decade came with 2019 or if it would be 2020. And if it were with 2020, it would be interesting because this year has
Looks
definitely felt
2019,
like a significant. Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But like for the sake of theatrics.
Right. No, I'm sorry. I was just
Yeah.
talking out loud. It was Matt Stone.
No, but it makes sense though, right? Because it'll be like 10 to 19. That seems like
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah, that sounds right. Or 00 to 09.
Oh.
Like 2010 to 2019.
That's the name of my new podcast and the first episode. Oh.
Listen, bro, in 2021, just to lighten the mood a little bit, bro, to be
podcast.
real with you, I want to go get fucked up in public again. I really
Hell yeah, dude.
miss being drunk
the public
in
to
public.
see me drunk.
And I know there's a lot of like people listening right now who've been like, I went to Atlanta 4 times during the quarantine. Fuck you, you're a piece of shit, and we're not talking about you, okay? I'm talking about I'm waiting for herd immunity to kick in and motherfuckers to be vaccinated so that they can be like, all right,
Dude.
it's May.
You hear the bell
The
ring.
bars are open again. And I'm
Bro.
like, the bars are open
I'm
again.
gonna try to really save my money down. So when summer warm weather comes, I'm talking. We're going from the sushi buffet to the movie theater.
Yo,
boys.
we were
How
Oh,
much? That's. I don't think you got to save that much up for that.
want to do it every day. I want
Yo,
to do it every day.
We were supposed to do the Sykes bar crawl, the Roy bar
Oh
crawl.
God, that would have been
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
crazy.
And now
It's
we
like
could-
TV. Now it's gonna be even bigger, dude.
Dude, I feel like if we were to make the psyched bar crawl a big deal, it could be a big deal.
Hell
not?
yeah.
In Rawway, if
Why
we were to be
not?
like, listen, we're
We get 50 fucking heads as a part of
bro,
the
if
bar
we
crawl.
all make
Yo,
psyched
also,
bar
is
crawl
weed
shirts, bro.
legal?
Oh, we gotta take an L walk to every bar that we go.
You know, we fucked up. We get to a bar like, oh, we gotta go to this bar. Oh, they were shut down. Okay, next
Oh
bar.
God, it's so sad, bro.
I don't think there have been any bars in Rahway, but rest in peace to the
bars-
Rahway Grill.
Shout out to the Rawway. Shout out to Rawway for turning up. All the patrons for turning up and keeping us alive. You know what I'm saying? Also,
Yeah, bro.
sidebar, not sidebar. Can kind of mention in a second. Go, hey yo, legal weed 2021, bro. That's something to look forward to, dude. I look forward to giving New Jersey a lot of more tax money by going to these legal dispensaries and all that shit.
We'll help the schools.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's gonna be a good
Yo,
year.
I'm ready to go to concerts again. I'm ready to fucking go to sports games again. I want to go to we got a fucking sports team in New York now. You know what I mean? The Brooklyn Nets are good. They lost to the Hornets, but they're good.
Chill, but the Knicks beat the Bucks, so you know.
So
like,
maybe the
they
Knicks
could
are
be-
good too.
Subway Series.
Was Giannis playing in that game?
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy. Woo. All right, tell us about some sports, boys.
Yes.
What's going on this
Sports.
week?
So the
Basketball.
fucking Nets lost, but there's still hope. Fucking Knicks won, but
There's not much hope.
Don't get gassed. fucking Lakers doing the damn thing.
The Clippers got blown.
Clippers
the
got blown out by the
motherfuck
Mavericks.
out.
Like they were down 50 at the half. They
Crazy.
lost by 51.
Bro, that's a quote
It's the
right
biggest.
there. 50 at the half.
That's wild, bro. That sounds like a wretch bar.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Have my team off 50 at the
that's a
half.
drug bar.
Yeah,
50
literally.
at the half. That's probably the most embarrassing loss in NBA history.
What do you guys think? Say you guys were a basketball coach and an NBA, like a professional coach, right?
Yes.
And you're out and it's halftime. You're about to bring your boys back into the locker room to give them a pep talk. And
Motivate.
you guys are down by 50. Just to give you some clarification, Reed, the score at the half that when I turned the game on, or when 89 bust into my room going, look at the score, it was 62-18 in a professional basketball game, and the team that had 18 just won the championship, or just got the MVP from 2 years ago onto their team.
The official algorithm that I've used for referencing this anomaly is big diff in num nums equals bad news bears.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. Exactly. The numbers were
It's been a while
fucked.
since I've updated the phraseology, but I think it still holds.
Dude, if I was the coach, bro, and my team
I'm
is down
kicking
by
the
50.
cooler.
You're
I'm
ki-
kicking the cooler.
I'm kicking a player, motherfucker. What are you talking about? Kicking a cooler. I'm kicking one of the bench players. Like, do you guys want this to be you, a bench player getting abused by the
Crucify
coach?
him on the sideline.
You better go out there and score some buckets, motherfucker. You're
Jeez.
wilding, bro. Down by 50.
Bro, I'll go in there laughing and clapping and be like, all right, who got me? Come on, come out.
Ashton,
Where's the cameras?
am I getting punked? Am I getting punked right now?
I'm gonna walk down.
Because what
and
the fuck?
I'm pointing at every player and I'm gonna say exactly how much their salary is.
Oh.
And I was like 280 for 4 years. 50 million 4 years. And I'm like, look at the fucking score now.
Wild, bro.
Do you
Crazy.
think that's 280?
If I was a coach who was losing by that much, I'd go to the front office and have them write up a fine for my players. I'd be like, "Can you guys write up like a $6,000 fine
That's
for
to
all
be a-
players?"
that's to be a
What for?
clause.
It's just like, what for? Because they're garbage. Because they're
That's to be a
fucking
clause
garbage.
in
I
the
want them to pay
contract.
me $6,000 because they're fucking garbage right now. Who else won? The Jets beat the Browns.
Jets beat the Browns, but the Browns literally had 4 wide receivers.
The Hornets won.
Oh,
Yeah, the Hornets beat the Nets.
did you say the Hornets won?
No.
That was so random.
They did, though.
They did win though.
They won?
They did.
They're the ones who beat the
Hornets won against the Brooklyn Nets.
Did you just like look
My
that up?
man.
Reed,
Yo,
give
can we
yourself
give-
a cookie.
Give Reed a round of applause, everybody.
Yay!
Sportsman.
Reed learn sports. Reed learn sports.
Yeah.
Reed
Reed
learn
learn
sports.
Yeah.
Reed
learn
leached
sports.
information that actually you said
I did
about
say
2
it.
minutes ago.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like 89.
Reed learned to listen. Reed
In the
learned
back of my head, I was like, did Reed like pull his phone out and like look up
paying
Nets,
attention.
Brooklyn Nets really quick when we weren't looking?
I just watched like 50 for 50 on my phone through the whole thing. Like, yeah.
Called 30 for
We'll give
30.
it-
Fuck!
We'll give the
Watch
NFL.
extended editions. Extended editions.
Reed unlearned sports.
Oh,
Reed
no.
unlearned sports.
We'll give the NFL a quick minute. Yeah, the Jets beat the Browns. They had literally 4 wide receivers out, so they had
Hey,
no wide
come on.
receivers.
Hey, come
But
on
the
now.
COVID,
Jets
man.
beat the Browns.
It happened, remember.
It happens.
Okay?
And the NFC East is still coming up to Week 17. So who's
17.
going to come in?
Anybody's game.
And,
Normally, how early do you know who's got like a clinch?
pretty much everyone's clinched besides the NFC. Not really, but like for everyone, for the most part, you know who's going to,
By like what week? Like maybe like 15?
at least for the most, 15 is like a good one. 14 if you're like killing it, but for the most part, 15, you know.
What's the Super Bowl looking like to you, a resident NFL man?
Most likely the Chiefs, I would say.
We do
My
that for
homeboy.
sure.
Rodgers is going ham, so I could see Packers Chiefs, but you know I don't know if the whole team of the Packers.
I was
could.
telling Cam, did you know that Aaron Rodgers owns a big percentage of the Bucks,
The Milwaukee Bucks?
the Milwaukee Bucks?
Really?
Yes.
That's so cool.
So imagine going to the Super Bowl and also going to the NBA Finals as an owner. It's probably, I mean, it's not going to happen, but
Doing it for Wisconsin.
it'd be pretty crazy.
maybe Saints, but you know I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Reed, what's your favorite sport?
Sugar ball.
What?
All right. In other news, we've got a whole lot of red came out, guys.
Oh yeah,
That's my favorite.
A lot of red.
sports.
I should have segued that into Reed speaking Cartinese. So
Yeah, really.
yo, I love the reference you gave it. Where it's like people didn't like little baby Carti at first, and now people don't like drunk Uncle Carti.
yeah, drunk
Ooh.
alcoholic Uncle Carti. That's what he sounds like.
Still the same gibberish.
He be on his beats like this. He be rapping on his beats like this.
So-
I'm like, yo, are you yelling at me? You sound
We listened
inebriated.
to a little bit beforehand. Now that that's come out, how does it compare to Mario Judah's pseudo Cardi B album?
Not as good.
It's so fascinating.
So I don't think that is not as good.
The
personally.
ratio,
It just-
man. It's
Mario
like
Judah
4 tracks on the
All right.
Mario Judah joint.
I've been trying
Really?
to figure. Listen, I've been trying to figure out why I've been listening to Whole Lotta Red so much in the last week.
Why?
And I think I've realized why. It was to review it on this podcast. I'm realizing right now.
Sacrifice.
Listen, Whole Lotta Red is not necessarily a bad album. It's not that good either. Don't get me wrong, but it's not that bad. I think it has a case of expectations. It's like it's. Somebody said that Whole Lotta Red was Playboy Carti's Jesus. I don't think it's Playboy Carti's Jesus at
That's
all
intense.
because Jesus is good, but I think it's Playboy Carti's like Cyberpunk 2077. It's
take
like
something.
it's like we expected something completely different than what we got, and what we got was like kind of a weird buggy mess, but like it's still kind of looks pretty, if you know what I'm saying. Like the graphics
Relative
are still
enough to the source
kinda
material.
exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we thought we were gonna get, though. You know what I mean?
Is
If you're
it?
playing it on a good enough system, like a loud enough system,
Yeah.
it'll probably sound great. You know what I'm saying? But there's moments on it that sound like towards the end of the album. There's moments on it that sound like. I think what happened was we really expected a certain sound from Kid Cudi, or like the Kid Cudi song that Playboy Carti came out with. We expected like that, like soft, like she want to be great. She want to be great, and we got like this weird punk rap thing.
Did that
and
song
it-
ever come out? Sorry.
No, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
posted, and a lot of people are upset because he posted, fucking the song is called Kid Cudi, like or Pissy Pamper, like that's like the leak name, which is a bad name.
Pissy Pamper League.
Such a bad leak name. But he posted a video on Twitter like 2 or 3 weeks ago with him like a week ago maybe, with him and Kid Cudi in the studio, and Kid Cudi has a verse on the Kid Cudi song. And everyone was like, yo, he's finally gonna drop the song on the album
Fourth wall.
with like a fucking Kid Cudi verse on the song called Kid Cudi, and the song wasn't on the album. And he also said Post
Carti's on
Malone.
the album though, right?
No.
Oh, he's,
No,
He
no,
also-
no, yeah, no, he's on
He's
the
featured on-
Oh, he's on Metamorphosize,
Yeah.
but that song I've tried to
Something.
repress it out of my memory. There's a
Oh.
video for the song where Kid Cudi looks like every time Carti opens his mouth, he does not want to be in the video. I watched with 89. Cudi literally looked embarrassed to be in the
It's
video.
entertaining, though.
It's
Check it
very
out.
funny. Look at Cuddy's face in that video. I'm not kidding. But
He's being supportive.
Post Malone was supposed to be on the album, and Pharrell was supposed to be on the album.
Why did you
and,
point at me when you said
Because these are things.
You know that
Post
white
Malone.
man. You know that
I
white
know.
man.
Pharrell,
Right.
Pharrell was supposed to be on the album.
He loves Pharrell.
But
Everyone should.
should we transfer this into Black News Weekly really quick? If
for it.
we're gonna talk about
What you got?
Playboy Carti.
Oh.
So
Black News Weekly.
we might shit on a black man real quick for a second.
All right. You gonna lead us in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
lead it.
So 89, why don't you lead us in?
All right.
I don't know where to start with this motherfucker.
We got that later.
We're getting into the mess.
We're gonna get into Playboy
We'll get
Carti
into the
and
mess.
Iggy Azalea and their son Onyx.
Oh, that's right. That did happen.
Yeah, bro.
Upon the release
Yeah,
of
the
Whole
picture.
Lotta Red,
Yeah,
a
bro.
series of tweets end up going out from his baby mother, Iggy Azalea.
She fine. She can't rap, but she fine
Yeah,
as fuck.
y'all may know her music, possibly. She got a song called Fancy, I think. And fucking,
Oh,
she ended up voicing how Playboy Carti had spent all this time bullshitting. Because, like, remember, Whole Lotta Red, this has been pushed back for a
Whole
while.
Lotta Red, Whole
Like,
Lotta
like,
Red,
Whole
Whole
Lotta
Lotta
Red should have came out a while ago. Remember, like, the whole Mario Judas shit? Like, even before that, people were expecting Whole Lotta Red. So,
We were spending for like 3 years.
yes,
2 years,
and that baby's a new baby.
9 months
That
old.
baby, exactly. So
He's a
you see how
new
late
baby.
that man is, and she's talking about how on Christmas they were supposed to be with
Him at the
a
release party.
family at a release party. He canceled their flight. He said, "Don't come through," only to be seen at the release party with a side bitch.
The woman that he was cheating on Iggy Azalea with her whole pregnancy. Listen, I don't give a fuck about gossip that much, but this shit is so hilarious, bro.
Yo,
Like the way she blew up this motherfucker's spot was
on
so
the release day.
on the release date. Imagine the lead developer of Cyberpunk 2077, right? His wife coming out the day Cyberpunk comes out and being like, he's been cheating on me and not taking care of his kid the whole time. And he's like, yo, I just dropped my game.
So, yo, is
What the
Cyberpunk
fuck?
all them glitches? Yo, real shit. He was out with the team partying in Philadelphia playing PS5 Madden.
Whoa, that's literally what happened. Like, imagine Playboy Carti, bro. He's trying to drop his album or whatever, right? And Iggy Azalea is just like,
While I was in labor,
Nah.
he was in Philadelphia playing PS5 with Lil Uzi.
which is a very controversial statement because the PS5 wasn't out 9 months ago, Iggy, or whenever that baby was born. You know, the PS5 is pretty new, so I don't know how you're gonna say he was probably playing PS4 with Lil Uzi.
maybe she just mixed up the numbers.
That's
Yeah,
what
man,
I'm
she's
saying, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's like it's crucial information. You're saying that he had early access to the PlayStation 5
Yo.
because that's another thing we have
That's
to
why they put
fucking
out a whole lot of
investigate.
red.
Might be saying.
He would have used about to put it out.
responses.
And he's like, oh shit, PS5
It wasn't
prototype?
Lil Uzi. It was Travis Scott. He had like the early access.
Oh, shit.
Nice, dude.
But yeah,
No,
she
baby,
literally.
I did not disrespect
Travis.
our baby to go chill with Uzi in Philadelphia. I was in Houston with Travis Scott.
Travis
and
is
I
about to
was
walk
playing
out.
N64 Redux.
We're goofing on it, but it is pretty fucked up. She said, since of COVID restrictions, and I know this because my sister was just pregnant. My sister just had my niece, and my mom or dad or no one could be in the fucking labor room with her because of COVID and stuff. The only person that could be in the room with them is like the baby father, and like she was like, since no one else could be in the room with me while I was giving birth, the only person who was permitted was Carti, and he was in Philadelphia playing PlayStation with Lil Uzi. And everyone
So
was like,
crazy.
"Oh, Carti." I'm like, dude, that's
Nah,
kind of not cool.
but he posted
man.
that picture, so like he's all good.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
dude.
nah,
And then
yeah.
after
they
he gets,
pieced it up. There's a
after
truce now.
after he
though.
gets dragged for mad long, he posts this picture, and everyone's like,
now.
"Damn, nigga, we not gonna
ain't-
say nothing about that
we ain't
baby."
gonna talk about no, we
but
ain't gonna make fun of no baby, but
So-
that baby look tired. That baby got the bags under the eyes. Like, yo, if you look at the picture, nah, for real, the baby's like, yo, this dad's too turned.
Maybe he was
Onyx,
playing PS6.
Onyx looks very stressed out about the situation himself.
his
as
name's
well.
Onyx?
His name is Onyx.
Onyx.
Yo,
Onyx Kelly.
Onyx Kelly, and not Carti's last name, because Iggy Azalea posted the picture of his birth certificate and said Carti won't even. Carti asked me for the
that's
son,
right.
and he won't even put his last name on his baby. And I'm just like, yo, this is a really public
that
situation.
baby bad
You're
vibes for him.
Listen, if you guys were a famous person, would you make that type of situation public? I mean, I totally get what she's doing though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she is taking a hit at his character because people can imagine one thing about somebody, but you don't really know what they're like behind closed doors. So she's going, yo, look, this guy isn't like the super motherfucking cool guy that you think he is. Like, I made it sweet that was like, ooh, Playboy Carti is a piece of shit and a deadbeat father. Surprise.
Hip hop,
Ooh, you know what I mean?
hip hop.
Like, I guess I could understand his character from his music, but maybe some people think he's like cool, and she's just
Right.
like, nah, you guys got to know what he's really like.
I feel like if the other person gave like a solid shot at trying to communicate on that shit, but I wouldn't even go there. But like also, if he was just like bullshitting and like going all the way, it sounds like he had more than enough chances. I don't know if I
feel that.
floated directly associated to myself though. I might even do some shit like you can't even say deep throat anymore because it means something else. But back in the day, it meant just a guy in a trench coat who told secrets.
Yeah, like a private eye or some
Like
shit.
deep throats.
I still think even that time it had other meaning.
Probably. I
Yeah.
don't know. I never had a kiss.
I feel like the phrase, just as an aside, like the phrase deep throat is probably as old as like
I think that's why he
dicks
chose the
and
name.
mouths. You know what I mean?
Dicks
Like
and
deep throats have been
mouths.
the deep throat has been around as long as like you could put a dick in a
The
mouth.
deep throat has been around since the
Caveman
dawn
just
of
be
time.
like, deep throat?
Deep throat.
Yeah.
And,
He was
she
like-
go, and then the cave woman goes, ah.
There's like hieroglyphs of like, you know, hieroglyphs have those fucking like the different strips and whatnot. There's like someone who's like, oh, and they have a throat that goes all the way down.
You have like the scribe from the Egyptian times trying to read it. And he's like, yes, deep throat. I see.
What did you say?
I understand. I don't know if that's how they sounded, but that's how they sound. Man.
We're getting
That's
there
how
on
original
money.
Explorer.
In deep throat.
I hope in a foreign film that every word is in the actual language that the film is, but except deep throat is English.
It's not.
That's
It's not.
the only thing that's
That shit gets fucking transcribed to nothing.
Deep throat, blah 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 blah.
deep throat.
What the fuck were we just talking about before deep throat?
Deep well, I think I'd pass that information
Playboy
off.
Carti,
Like,
right.
I think I'd float it somehow.
Well, there you go. The album is honestly kind of mediocre, and his character is just as mediocre. So there you go. In Playboy Carti news. Is there any other black news that happened this week?
Oh, it's not.
Who's straight?
That was it. All right, that was it for Black News Weekly, everyone. Thanks, guys.
Doo-doo-doo.
Playboy Carti kind of took up all the. I mean, yeah, no, yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah, dude, fucking, I don't know, man. I'm very excited because there's a lot of shows. I was talking to a couple people in the Mentel family band in February. I'm sorry. Danny had a party, and I went to it. It's called the Lemon Party, and I was talking about doing a show.
Bro.
That we're gonna do this. Oh, dude, yeah, literally. Like, that's the thing, because I remember seeing
Party.
Mondo at the bar that night, and I tell him that's the last normal night of my life, because I woke up the next day after the Lemon Party and woke up. My mom was like, "Yeah, we got to put the dog down," and then 2 weeks later, quarantine. So ever since
Also,
March 1st.
no one Google Lemon Party.
Oh yeah, it means something, right?
That's not
Yes,
some-
it does.
that's not
Go
some
on.
freak-
Oh, that's right. No, I remember. Yeah, don't do
That's
it. Or
definitely
That's not some freak
the whole
shit.
point of Danny's joke. But
But
continue.
no, yeah, dude. I was talking about to the
Booty
Mentels about
bullshit.
doing a show or doing the show we're having in April, and yeah, at first I was like, damn, you know, obviously it's not happening. But now, dude, all the shows I want to do from the satellite, them and then some. Like,
I'm gonna be
we wanna do
completely honest
a
with
lot
you.
of different fucking shows.
I definitely want to perform again, and I can't wait to do that shit again. But I want to go to shows.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm
absolutely.
really not too like crazy hyper about like doing a lot of work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I was talking to somebody about it last night. They're like, "Oh, do you miss parties and stuff?" I'm like, "I don't miss throwing them. I don't miss like working them that much. You know, obviously, I'm sure I'll get that itch again. But right now, I cannot wait to go to professional concerts. I want to go to Terminal 5
Hell yeah,
and to
dude.
Best Buy Center and to PNC. And so PNC sucks. but I want to go to see some fucking. I want to go get
Good memories.
inspired by like the people who inspire me. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to go see. I was supposed to go see Action Bronson this year. We were all supposed to go watch Waves. You know what I mean? Like I
You
want to
guys
go
think-
see some shit.
Do you think I'm gonna reschedule that one or no?
I don't
No,
know.
they already canceled it.
Yeah, I could. I mean,
If they rescheduled, that's them doing a new tour.
next year
That
will be
true.
the 11th anniversary of King of the Beach. So there you go.
I can see a lot of things doing that. I know a lot of people this year that were like, "Fuck yeah!" It was my my high school reunion this year, and I dodged it.
Oh fuck that! I was just talking to my mom about high school reunions. I want to go to mine super bad.
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
Adina, have you gone to any?
Nope.
I think I talked to you about this recently.
Yep.
Why do you purposely don't go to your high school reunions?
Nah.
It's past your 40th high school
I
reunion,
just
right?
don't care.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I came for your
kick
neck
you out
like
damn
that.
chair.
You spin the chair like, whoa, whoa.
That was fucking funny, dude. Yeah, why don't you go to those?
Nah, I just have an interest in it.
No, there's no one from your high school time that you're like, oh, let me go say what's up.
Bro, you can
Nah.
go rap to
It's
them,
just-
man.
Yeah, you go
no.
rap to them.
Exactly. No.
Sell them CDs, bro. Come
They'll
on.
if you show up, they'll be like, yo, Alan, you still doing that music thing?
I'm like, yo,
Hey, yo, AJ, you still rapping?
I'm like, get the fuck out of my face.
It's mad funny because people who say shit like that, you're working like ShopRite and shit. I'm like, fuck you, nigga. Yeah, I'm doing that fucking music. Like, suck
I'll
my
throw
dick.
you overboard if you try to patronize me.
And when you were in high school, did people ever call you AJ, or was it more 89?
I was AJ. I didn't become 89 until I got out of high school, and
Oh, okay.
I started like just doing shows in New York and got into broadcasting.
Yeah, before that, he was just 8.
8 the
Should
child.
I just get out of here, guys? Should I just leave the? All right, 89 has
I think he's furious.
left the building.
He's furious.
I'm sorry, 89. It was a good joke. Remember?
He's
'cause
flying away
9
now. What a year, though, man. I'm very excited to get all the things that I had planned for this year, just going ahead forward, with like a new, fresh set.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to get my dick sucked a lot next year. You know what I'm saying? Trying to smoke better weed, legal weed, all in Jersey.
Our own weed.
You know what I'm saying? I want to get kind of $100,000 just next year, but $1 million will be way cooler.
How about
Dude,
2 million?
2 is crazy. I like the number 1 more. I'll take 1.
We're gonna get 5 million.
Take that 2 upside down. It's a 5 now. Let me get 5
Multiply
million.
it by like
2.
1,000.
That's
Now we got a lot of money.
I'm trying to get that Jeff Bezos money
I was
next year,
just saying,
nigga.
just give me
Let's
the
go.
Bezos estate, and I'll just cut half the money and just pay my workers proper.
You said that, and the first thing I thought of was I want to Google the Bezos estate.
The
Yeah,
Bezos
so
estate.
I got a
Harry
goal
Potter and the Bezos
for
estate.
2021.
What?
Trick Jeff Bezos
Yeah.
to sign over Amazon to me.
Well, that's that Wonder Woman 84
Okay, so
shit.
let's talk about how you're gonna do that.
Next podcast.
No, tell us
Tune
again
in
now.
next time. On the PostPartyCyph.
Yeah, well, guys, this is the last one of the year.
This is our first cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Last one of
This
the
is
year.
the last one of the year.
First cliffhanger.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it earlier today. This is episode 17, right? Or
17.
18, 17. Bro, it's almost 20 weeks of this shit.
Oh yeah, I was
It's
gonna
not a little bit.
When we were talking about shit we did during quarantine stuff, it's and stuff that was birthed the stream. It's well, also this.
We also
Yeah.
started podcasting in the middle of
like
this
everyone
shit.
else did.
We did
What
a little.
was what made us start this podcast?
I got the equipment.
Yeah.
I think I was sitting here with Ayrton. I was talking about doing one myself. And when I still want to. I want to do one where it's kind of like a Humans of New York style, but less bringing people in tone and just talking about stories and stuff. Kind of like how I do now, but just that. And in the middle of that, I was like, we should try to do the site podcast again. We had done it last year as very huge success so far.
All right.
And then we
That shit
just-
was fucking weird.
We just started, it was so jumbly. Well, I had to throw
was
footage in
huge.
sometime. There was
Yeah,
shots.
there's too many things going on.
Because we had I think we had 2 cameras rolling that were steady, and then 2 of us held a camera, and it was just mayhem.
Yeah, true that.
But
No, yeah,
ambitious.
true that.
Um,
I'm glad we did this podcast. This shit is fucking fun as fuck. Come on this bitch and be like, yeah, yo, blah, 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 blah. And then throughout the week, people be like, yo, when you said that blah, 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 blah shit, that shit was mad funny. I'd be like,
Dude.
yo, thanks. You were listening to the
The
fucking
poopy
podcast.
pants episode.
No, yeah, I feel like the podcast,
Damn it.
podcast was such a cool, honestly, at Psych, this is something that people I feel have wanted from us for a long time. I have heard the phrase yo, you guys should do a podcast, but I feel like a lot of people hear that nowadays, be like, yo, you guys are bad funny. If you have a group of friends who are goofballs, people will be like, yo, you guys should do a podcast. But I'm glad we took the initiative to start doing something like this so cool.
Yeah.
It's been a good place to come every week and shoot the shit with. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. And
We gotta get some good guests for next year for sure.
Fuck yeah, dude. We definitely got like a slew lined up. Or not like lined up, but like good potentials. Really great potential.
Oh yeah, I was saying I don't even know who the potentials are. I'm just saying we got.
Oh, I got a couple on mine.
Yeah, Reed's gonna invite Gandhi, Mother Teresa, fucking God himself, dude.
How about
Jesus
King
Christ.
Arthur?
Fuck King Arthur, bro.
Is he bad in history?
Yo, pull King Arthur up, yo. Bring him here. Tell King
Yo, King
Arthur
What's
to
up,
come.
Kohai? What's up, Kohai? They have to hold King Arthur back.
Yeah, I pulled Excalibur out of Excalibur, bro. Fuck you, dude.
Like you did it, but like then he pulled it out. Like you loosened it, but he pulled it out after you. Like it was me. It was me.
Yeah, let's get Obama on next year.
Oh, dude, that's hot.
Think we can get Obama?
We should sell this podcast by next year.
Right.
You know what I mean? By next year, we should be able to like have sold out. Like people, I want by this time next year, for people to be like, damn, I really missed the old episodes. You guys have changed. Like I want that to have happened. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, yo,
we can't wait to sell
I want
out.
them to be like, yo, 89 hasn't been on in like 14 episodes. I'd be like, yeah, I know.
He don't care no
It would be
more.
You
sweet
got
to
a
be
deal
like.
or
He just
whatever.
collects that check and leaves.
Yep.
It'd be sweet to be out doing like some shit and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna.
Out doing some shit and whatnot is hot, dude. I really like that phraseology.
It was funny what you said to Dino earlier. You were like, yo, realistically, we're just waiting to sell out. We're just waiting for someone to be like, yo, here's a contract.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm to the back, I'm like, yeah, where do I sign?
I can't believe you sold out. I'm like, listen, when you've been doing this shit for as long as we've been doing it, we're just waiting for someone to ask us to sell out. It's just like, yo, so we're gonna give you like a pretty small advance in comparison to like the rest of the thing you do.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to ask you to change everything about yourselves. We're gonna be like, okay, cool. Please give me a pen.
It would be great to like fly in to do a podcast episode and be like, all right, I'm gonna chill here for the night, and then I'm going back to insert state.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
love that when people are just like, and then people who run the podcast, the executives are like, we're gonna have to have you guys talk about these exact talking points throughout the podcast.
SeatGeek is great.
Yeah,
bro.
sure, no fucking problem
Yeah.
at all.
You guys got to eat
you guys
trail
will get
mix.
zero opinion from me if you're paying me.
We're going to have to eat trail mix during it.
Trail,
the ads.
yeah, we're gonna have to eat, dude. There's like this. I have to show you guys this video. There's like this 100 Thieves, the esports team. They have like a new $100,000 compound that's sponsored by Cash App, and every room has like a giant sponsorship attached to it. So it's like the Totino's Fortnite training room, and then you go inside and there's like 10 computers in there, and then like a giant Totino's pizza roll fucking logo on the wall. And
Nice.
every room is a different sponsor. And I'm like, is this the fucking future, dude?
Like NASCAR.
This is, and there's like streaming rooms, like all the little streaming rooms are like little janitor closets with no windows in them. And they open the door and there's like somebody streaming and they're like, you can come here and make money. And I'm like, this is not the fucking future, bro. This is spooky
Fuck no, dude.
as hell. Sponsored streamers and
Your dreams
I
will be
was-
sponsored soon.
They are.
It's also very
Futurama.
hopeful.
oh yeah, that's right. That's
You know what? I think I mentioned it last time, but I like that in Ad Astra when they're on the moon having like a chase. Like there's space pirates and they're chasing them, but it says fucking Goodyear on the back of their little like
Oh, yeah.
buggies. Yeah.
hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, I was very excited because I thought you were gonna say giant Totino's pizza roll. Like that's it.
Oh, just like one giant
yes.
Totino's pizza roll.
Like let me
Yeah,
have
those
that shit.
gamers are going in.
That's why, yo. I don't know why. I
Would
don't
that
know.
just be a giant calzone?
I think so.
Calzone. That sounds awesome.
Yo, that's honestly why I don't know why the first thing I thought was like, imagine like the turkey for Thanksgiving, but it's a giant pizza roll just like on like the silver
That's
tray,
what I was thinking
and
too.
people are just like cutting it.
That's exactly
like,
what I was
here's
thinking.
a little piece of a pizza roll. I'm like, thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving. Like, appreciate it. Ew, Reed, why'd you put that thought into my brain?
Giant pizza roll.
Yeah, how long that took? It shit took all day. It took all day to cook this pizza roll, guys. I hope you like
That's
it.
just what goes on. And I'm in the same boat with you, man. Like, if I can get paid to talk about giant pizza rolls and go, whoa, that's all I would do.
I feel like people
Like-
would pay you millions of dollars to do that, Reed. You just have to seek them out.
Hey, let me know.
Listen,
I did it.
Reed has a lot of visual gags on this show sometimes.
That's a good point.
And it makes me laugh a lot for anybody who listens on
Well,
Spotify.
on Spotify it works because I just be like, hey, it's quiet. Like, was he talking to me just now?
No, it gets quiet and then they hear like the lo-fi beats in the background.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you doing, baby?
I saw this guy on YouTube yesterday who it was a 45-minute long video, and he was just like, well, I got copyright striked on my last live stream for the lo-fi beats I used, So he's like a producer. So he's like, so I'm gonna spend the next 45 minutes making my own lo-fi hip hop that's completely royalty free. And he just sat there on Ableton with like a guitar and the same drum loop over and over again. And he made like 50 minutes worth of lo-fi music, and it sounded identical to any of the shit that you would hear. And he's like, there, it's mine. Sue me. And I'm like, haha, nice, dude. Good shit. Good workaround. It's like technically a good way to do it. I'm surprised we haven't gotten copyright strikes for any of the bullshit, any of the music that I used.
We used to
Hey,
all the
man.
time.
Yeah.
2021's on its way.
Well, Carti Radio Show was the stupidest way to get copyright striked ever.
Yeah.
I would literally ask the room, here, take this pad and write down the most popular songs possible so I can play them during this radio show, because it's a radio show. And then the first, whatever the intro song would be, YouTube would be like, yeah, we're copyright striking you for the first song in this. They're like, you have Wu-Tang on in the first 3 seconds of this video. You cannot make any money off this. And we're like, yeah, good point.
I had that in a 220 Billy. They're like, Cam was like, how to get copyright strited? Fuck it. You get the point. How to get copyrighted? And I was like, it might have been my inclusion of Pop That by DJ Khaled and his merry band.
Yeah, that'll do that. DJ Khaled is a merry band.
Yes, they all play like harps and flutes and whatnot.
I feel like that's not even that off the cuff for DJ Khaled.
No, dude.
Something that he would set up for like his wife's anniversary or some shit. He's like, it's me, DJ Khaled. Happy anniversary, baby. I love you. It's like, what is all that noise? It's me, DJ Khaled.
And everybody. It's me and everybody.
You and our relationships.
I feel like
we the best.
how there's those songs like Band-Aid and whatnot where it'll be like all the artists getting together in the 80s like, hey, let's stop people starving in countries. Like, I feel like that's DJ Khaled on every song. He just pulls up like, we have everyone.
I don't think that that's actually what happens, but I think that's definitely how he feels when he's making shit together.
Right, that's
He's
true.
like, yo, I got Justin Bieber and Quavo
Lil Wayne.
and
Chance the
Lil
Rapper.
Wayne, Chance the Rapper, and Calvin Harris on one song. Damn, this like We Are the World Part 4, because there's like 2 of them, right?
Yeah,
Was
there
it
are
2?
two.
Yeah.
Yes, there was.
And honestly, Part 3 of We Are the World is when Gal Gadot got everybody to sing Imagine this year.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
That's Part 3. That happened.
That was a flashback. Someone did a video online of like, every time that someone would sing a new part, they would do like, okay, what key are they playing in? They'd play
Oh,
the piano,
yeah, 'cause
and it was just constantly changing.
I told 89 the other day, I was like, yo, 89, remember at the beginning of quarantine where Ashley Tisdale, no, when Vanessa Hudgens was like obviously high on cocaine and went on her Instagram live and was just like, okay, but coronavirus does suck, but the old people were kind of gonna die anyway.
Oh,
And
dude,
I was
that's
I
like,
want to go to Coachella bad.
I was like, bitch, I know Coachella's canceled, but you can't say that. What's
Yeah, I
wrong
was like,
with
that's
you?
just, where do you think you're going to go with that?
That was wild, bro. A lot of famous people have said a lot of dumb shit this year.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. We were saying it early on. Like, the celebrities were like,
Were we?
damn, I'm so bored. No, not that.
Oh.
Like in my giant home with home theater and studios and shit. They're like, bored. I'm like, boo, man.
Oh yeah, true. Remember Ellen was like, who also became public enemy #1 this year. Ellen was like,
For other reasons.
it's so hard in my house. I'm like, your house is the size of, it's bigger than every school I've been to, including the college that I went to. Like, don't even, what's wrong with you, bitch?
You have a neighborhood for a house.
Yeah, bro. Drake came out with the 2C slide video where he was on it and he like took us on a little tour of his house and we were like, dude, that's your fucking house.
That's home.
Well, you know we're stuck in our like 4x4 bedrooms right now, dog. Why are you doing this to us? man?
Like our place here, like it's amazing. It's not luxury, but honestly, like when it's starting to happen, I was like, I can hold out here. You know, like if I have to stay here and just chill out, I can do that.
I mean,
you know?
it's chill, yeah.
Oh,
You
hell
make
yeah.
do.
And then that cabin fever hits in.
Oh yeah, that part was.
And you're like,
yeah.
I could really use some of that,
Something else.
some of that people, a little bit of
Dude.
that public.
There's a point like 3 weeks in where I'd be waking up, smoking, playing video games. I'm like, something tells me this might last a little longer than 3 weeks. I should start waking up and showering.
Oh, oh man,
Not to say I never shower, but it was like, oh, one of those things like, oh, so like an off week. I'm like,
Reed
I gotta
doesn't
do this.
shower.
gross.
Yeah, that's probably not. I was about to say like, yes, I do, but I'm like, no, I can't make it look worse.
Yeah,
It's gonna
smart move, bro.
Yeah.
There was like I remember there was like the point in time where I was just like, yo, I'm gonna have like you get so bored with just like the beginning of quarantine, you're like, shit, school's out. I'm gonna play video games and eat pizza. You know what I mean? And then you're like, okay, wait a second, like we're gonna be in here for a while, so let me like be good. So, you know, start waking up early, making myself breakfast, get my metabolism going, start stretching. We got the basketball hoop. We were playing basketball every morning and stuff. A good couple weeks of like a really nice routine and stuff. And then quarantine just doesn't end. Just didn't end. And then you're like, okay, I'm done with that routine. I'm going to go back to like playing video games and eating pizza and shit again, right? But it's like grosser than the first time. The first time it was fun. Dude. The first time it was like, woohoo, school's out, smoke weed all day, whatever. Then you get your routine going. You're like, all right, I feel better. Wow, I'm really taking care of myself. Have so much time to take care of myself. That second time, though, where you shit yourself, you shit your bed again, it just felt gross.
That's a gross analogy.
You know what I mean?
So
you were just sitting there. I was just sitting there. It's like, I'm going to wake up again today. I'm going to watch anime.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to get high.
Before you guys fucking got
here.
here.
Go back to fucking sleep.
Before you guys got here, I was playing like Battlefront. And I remember being on like 20-player kill streak. And I was like, well, when they get here, I'll just turn it off because it doesn't matter. The score, what's going to happen? Because I had the feeling so many times when I go to pick it up, at first I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll play Battlefront all day. But I'm like, what does it matter? It doesn't matter. I got a high score, and then where does it go? It just goes to nothing.
It's funny that you say it doesn't matter. I thought of the worst metaphor based on your shitting the pants thing.
Oh, God.
The first time, you know, you shit your pants, but at least, you know, you changed your pants.
Facts.
But after you broke your routine the second time around, you start shitting your pants again. You just get your pants on. You're just gonna shit them.
You're like, fuck him, dude.
You're
like,
ready. You're packed on.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I had a snack I've talked to you guys about before. It's horrible. Get like a loaf. Fuck.
Get a loaf of shit.
Pinch of loaf. Yeah. I'd get a loaf of like multigrain bread, and throw some Nutella in. No, well the Nutella.
That Nutella, that doo-doo spread.
A loaf of doo-doo
spread. Get some of that doo-doo spread.
No, shut up. But I put this Nutella on the multigrain bread while you were doing your stream. Like, do my stream. Like, that's delicious. And I do that shit. And that was in like April when there was nothing to do. And now like there's a little bit more travel. And you know, I mean, a little bit. And I was at Imani's, and I was like, fuck it, I'll get that snack again. And I got the loaf and the Nutella. And this is in a period of life where I'm doing a lot more, how do you say, standing and walking than I was doing in April. You know? And now is like, 2 breads down, like this is not meant for people who are mobile.
Yo, I like how you transferred that snack into breads. Had 2 of those breads real quick. I was like, damn, I couldn't move no more, bro. I became a little. Me and 89 would like lift weights in the living room.
Yep.
We'd be like, yeah, we're gonna get our body right, like for when this quarantine is over. That shit's still not over right now as we speak.
Fucking
you know what I mean? Like,
I'm over that shit.
Yeah,
I'm over that lifting weight shit.
89 said I got big. I stopped giving a fuck about that shit, bro. I don't care.
89 is gonna be like those guys in a fat suit in in a mid 2000s movie. We see him like, you're in Ohio. I thought you were. What are you doing? He's like, I couldn't stand the weights.
He's like, I didn't want to lift any more fucking weights, bro.
Like Ben Stiller at the end of Dodgeball.
Bro.
I mean, 2020 put a lot of weight on all of us.
It really fucking did.
That was real, Cam.
Felt like I had to come in with it.
That was dark, dude.
But we're gonna come out
dark or
swinging.
Deep?
Ooh, we gotta be stronger in 2021 so we could lift that weight, no problem though.
There you go. There you go.
Mm.
And you know how we're gonna do that?
How's that? Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Anybody see that coming?
You did say something about when we started the podcast. He's like, I'm gonna say that thing about you guys are ready? I said, yes, sir. And no one else responded, but I said, well, Cameron, don't worry. He said, that's okay, my friend. And that's when we dapped up for the 3rd time.
Can you do me a
Yo,
favor?
put
Can you
your
do me-
fucking hand down, Reed.
89.
Bro.
You know, Reed?
GG.
Can we bleep out every time we say so people don't know exactly what I say?
Oh, that'd be fucking great, dude.
I can do a bleep.
So there'd be like maybe 3 or 4 times.
Well, now we're like at 6 or 7.
6 or 7. Yeah.
A couple fucking
Just work. Okay, that was your
bleeps,
last
dude.
one. You know that was the last one. We'll make that the last one. No one say his name. The one that should not be mentioned.
Yeah.
Name, you know?
Cunt.
That's okay.
That works for me. that can be uncensored. Sweet. Well, guys.
Have we ever said cunt on this podcast before? That's a
I
good
think
way.
I have.
That's a good way to end this
we
one.
probably have.
Can we all say cunt one by one?
You cunts.
Cunt.
Okay.
Cunt.
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 Cunt's
This is such a
brutal.
bad idea, dude.
That's
I
how
don't
we're
know
gonna
why.
end the year.
I don't know why I made you guys do this. I'm
Cunt.
sorry.
This will not get. Don't get anyone excited.
89 is crazy.
Yeah, if you
That
say,
was
if you
rough,
say
dude.
cunt in the mirror 3 times, nothing happens. But if 89's within earshot, he
The
does get
giant
very
pussy
excited.
comes out and fucking devours you whole from your mirror.
Okay.
I'm gonna go try it.
Where else does it go?
Cut. All right, yeah.
Yo.
Tell them to do the thing.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
You cunts.
Yeah. Oh.
What do they comment? What do you want them to comment, Reed?
If you're hearing me right now, please put down bye-bye in the comments.
If you're hearing me right now, say, happy 2020 is dead. And if you're still hearing me right now, you did it. You made it to 2021, probably. This will probably be up maybe in the new year. You know, we didn't die, guys. Mad people did.
Yeah, bro.
So
This is no little shit. You can't minimize this.
if you didn't die, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, this one's
and
for you.
share us on Spotify and all that good shit. And don't die so that you can listen to our podcast next week.
And now for a word from our sponsors. Hi, it's me, Mr. Dogfish Head. Boy, I love PostPartyCyph. No, apparently not. You never even said happy birthday to me or Angel. Angel was very upset about that in particular.